there was a deck. Just opening some letters of people who make special requests for special deliveries. We do this once in a while, but only with a small amount of customers. And let's see. It seems like some dwarf lord is interested in certain gems. He is requesting the special delivery, and he will offer us a correct price, of course, in return. Well, that's a bit sad to hear, because I think our carrier is out at the moment, and it's not really on the road. We usually deliver packages, so I am wondering, might you be interested in delivering this special delivery to a dwarf lord? Of course, you will be paid adequately to your job and responsibilities, so don't you worry about that. It's not really far. It's a couple of weeks of travel, but if you just follow the road, then you will probably be back by the autumn festivities. You know we have a pumpkin festival here in Hazelton. Yes, and I think you might really enjoy a lot of the activities that we hold here every year. So if you get back in time, you might take part in them and see who has the biggest pumpkin, and eat some pumpkin pie and lovely autumn festivities like that. But that is, of course, if you get back in time. Yes, well, he lives in the northern mountains. We call them the White Mountains, and he is quite a solitary dwarf. Likes to dig for gems and play around with them, hence why he probably requested these. But, let's see. I do have the gems that this dwarf lord requests, so if you will be so kind to deliver these. Okay? Of course, I would recommend you stay on the road. Do not stray, because it will only get you into trouble, since you're quite new to Moonsfoot, and it's not really a dangerous road, so you mustn't worry too much. But just to be safe, let's make sure that you have everything for your little journey, and so you can safely deliver these to the dwarf lord Marin, and also safely return, of course, to me. Yes. Let's see. What these are letters, so I don't think we need these anymore. Let me just put them away. Now, let's see. When you go on the road, you of course need a postal office bag, and luckily for you, I just have one left. This one is made from some real quality leathers from the cow hides from the farmer here. It's called Farmer Benny. You might have seen his sheep graze in the meadows surrounding a little town, maybe? Well, he has some excellent, beautiful cows, and he made a couple of these bags for me. Real high quality, so you better take good care of them. But more importantly, I think this will be big enough for you to take all the things that you need. It's not really a big journey, so let's start with a smaller bag, and you're good to go, I think. So I will give this to you in loan, and let's see. So you have a bag. Well, obviously, during travel, I would suggest wearing a cloak, not only to hide yourself a bit, but to also make sure that you are not suffering too much from weather. Whether it's too cold, you can always put on an extra cloak. Now, if it's too hot, you can take it off. So, might you have a cloak at home? Not yet? Well, I think I can let you borrow mine for just as well. But you also have to take very good care of it. This cloak is, let me see, think this is a top. Yes. So it's completely black with a hood here, and I think it was woven by stone elves, which are remarkable base. You should, if you have time, visit them once in a while. But back to your mission, I think this cloak will suit you very well, because at night it will cover you into darkness and no one will see you, so that's excellent. You will cross through some woods, so black I think is the best option in general to have as a beautiful cloak in and protection and disguise. So let's see, we have a cloak. You also want to make sure that you, even if it's not really a dangerous road, if you happen to encounter some dangers, that you are able to protect yourself, right? Yes, I think so too. Let's see, what can I give you that you will be able to protect yourself? I know. Now, you might think, Ipsis, didn't we inspect this already and say that it was illegal? And yes, we did, but between you and me, this is an excellent dagger, so I think this will be beautiful and very handy for you if you happen to, cross some danger. However, always wear your gloves with this. I already told you that this one is cursed, so you don't want to touch it with bare hands. You want to make sure that you get there alive and uncursed, of course. Now, to make sure that these is not touching anything, I will put it into, wrap it into a cloth like this, just to make sure that you don't get stung by accident, for example. There we go. A hidden cursed dagger. Well, it's speaking through this side. So, and of course, if we're talking about curses, take the gloves with you. Always put them on, you know the drill. You want to make sure that you're never touching any obscure objects ever without a minimal protection. Though these are not protective enough against heavy curses, they will help to fight off the minimal, a bit more weaker curses. One of them is the ones that you can see on the dagger, but we already talked about that one in our previous meeting. Let's see. I will also give you a letter with my stamp on it, and this is one that you will deliver together with the gems that the dwarf Lord Marin requested, just to show that you are working for me and that you are not a fake. And of course you need to make sure that he pays you the correct price, which is written inside this letter. And if he disagrees, well, you have to convince him that he pays you the correct amount, otherwise you take back his gems. That's how this deal works, okay? Perfect. Now, it is best that you keep these beautiful gems hidden. Even though the road is not dangerous, there are always greedy eyes everywhere, so you want to make sure that these are hidden and untouched before they reach the dwarf lord. Definitely. Now I'm thinking I'm going to give you a little bit of money, just a little pouch. Let me just see. This is company's money, and you just can use it to buy yourself some food. I would recommend going to the town square where there is a market every day. Yes, and look for a woman who calls herself River. She is such a gentle lady, and she will definitely help you with traveler's food. That's one of her specialties. So she just sells vegetables, I believe, and just some fruits, maybe very local products. But she also has a special deal or a special offer just for travelers. So I would recommend you go and visit her as well. Just check out what she has, and she knows me as well, so very lovely lady. You will definitely like her, I think. And of course you can pay with whatever you buy there with this money. Now let me think. I'm going to give you a map also, of course. Otherwise you don't know where you need to go. So let me just look, because I have to think. No, I have a map somewhere around here. I have it right here. So this is a map that you will take with you, and it just shows the road to the White Mountains, which are positioned here. And here we have Hazelton, which is of course one of the towns in the Kingdom of Moonsfort. So you want to follow the roads out of Hazelton. It's best, I think, you take the northern exit from this town, and just pass by the river. Just walk along the river until you meet the forest, and then in the forest you follow the one big road that leads, well, directly through the forest. The forest is called Berry Woods, so as the name suggests, in the right season you will find lots and lots and lots of berries. I would suggest you taste one, but only if you can recognize which ones are poisonous and which one aren't. So you just follow alongside the river through Berry Woods, and then you come at the foot of the northern mountains, the White Mountains, and his cave. I don't recall where he exactly lives. I think it might be a wooden shed or something. It's normally there should be some kind of point where you can recognize where he lives. So just walk through this path and it will lead you directly to the dwarf Lord Marin. I would suggest you treat him with respect. Dwarfs are known to be quite stubborn, so I think it's better if you treat him with respect, get your monies, otherwise we will be in trouble if we awake his stubbornness, so we don't want that, of course. And he has lots of gold because of all this digging that he does, so I would definitely recommend to keep him on our good side, of course. So I will give you this map. Let me think, did I give you everything? So you've got a bit of money, you've got your map, of course the gems that the dwarf lord requested, the letter that I will give you as proof that you're working in the Hazelton's postal office. You have your leather gloves, the cursed dagger, which is safely protected, and then a cloak, of course, and a leather bag to carry all of this. I'm thinking, oh, are those your only pair of shoes actually? I don't think they will last for this journey, but I would suggest you invest in a better pair just from the beginning. Let me think. Well, there is this gnome shop not far out of town, and I think it's on your way to the dwarf lord. So just after you go to the market, the town's market, to get your food supplies, I would suggest that when you leave via the northern exit of Hazelton, there is this path alongside it's a dusty road actually, just alongside a wall on your right, and you just walk it until you reach a split, and on the split there is a long big dead tree. You can't miss it really. So when you meet the dead tree in the split, you take a right turn, and that will lead you into the forest. Now the forest is not that densely packed because sometimes you will see some fields, maybe with Farmer Benny's sheep grazing on it. You might see them or you might not, but you just take the forest road, and at some point you will meet a big tree with the elf banks, you know, the mushroomy parts. And when you see that tree, you take a left, just through all the leaves, and you will find yourself in some rabbit hills, and that is where this gnome lives. The gnome is called Aedelus. He's a bit of a grumpy gnome, and I would suggest you use a lot of charms and, mushrooms. The gnome actually really likes mushrooms, so I would suggest that you buy some from River. She knows which ones the gnome likes, but he's an excellent shoe master, and he will definitely give you a magnificent, amazing pair of shoes that are the highest quality. But you need to convince him, of course. He's a bit of a grumpy gnome, as I already said. So convincing with mushrooms, and maybe don't say too much about me. He doesn't really like me, but I think he will definitely help you if you keep insisting. That's a trick. Just keep insisting and make sure that he gives you a nice pair of shoes. That's definitely something worth to invest in. So I think we're done. Yeah, I think you can just go on your mission. I would suggest you just go to the town square now and buy some food supplies, and I will see you well, in a couple of weeks when you're back. Good luck on your journey.